What's up, y'all? It's Three Wheel Khalil. I hope you guys are staying safe out there, riding when you can, riding when it's safe. Today, I want to talk to you about one of my favorite accessories for my Ryker, and that is the Quadlock phone mount. Stick with me. We all have many choices in the market when it comes to phone mounts. You have the Ram X Grip, you have the Mob Armor phone mount, and you have the Quadlock phone mount. You also have various other third-party phone mounts. However, those are probably the top three names that I hear in terms of phone mounts, especially when it comes to the Can-Am Ryker. However, to me, there is a clear choice among those three and among the rest. While I like the RAM mount design, and I think it is probably secure enough for most people and looks good enough for most people, I have just never been excited by the design of the Ram mount X Grip. I think it looks a little chintzy. I don't like the kind of scissor grip look of it. I've watched many reviews that people lose the feet over time, and then they have to either buy replacement feet or they just have this one metal foot sticking out that does not have a rubber end cap, etc. So, as far as that goes, it's just never been kind of confidence inspiring to me when I see those type of reviews for that, even though it is, maybe quote unquote the industry standard. The Mob Armor phone grip was a little bit more enticing to me. It just looked a little cleaner, more of like a black powder coated finish, or plastic, because it's a little bit rougher. But in general, it had a nice kind of solid look to it. But when I saw the Quadlock phone mount, that kind of changed the game for me. The Quadlock phone mount is unassuming. It stays out of the way. It looks clean when you're not using it, but it also provides the most secure connection to the bike when you are using it. And that comes from the innovative design that they use. Whereas the other phone mounts are kind of just gripping the shape of your phone, Quadlock has a proprietary mounting system where you either modify your existing case and add a Quadlock mount to the back of that case via adhesive, or you purchase a kit which includes one of their phone cases which has that mounting point built into the case. I opted for the latter, the built-in phone case, just because I wanted that extra rigidity. I felt like possibly with the adhesive, you could have some sort of mishap on the road going 80 miles an hour and the adhesive gives way and now your phone is flying down I-95 as a projectile. So I personally chose that option. However, the other option I think could possibly work if maybe you use some JB Weld and you had the proper type of case. I previously was using a Magpul case and it had ridges and it wouldn't have been a great flat connection, so I just opted for their case, which is actually a really good case. It's very protective, has a good soft touch grip to it, and the mounting point is obviously reinforced because it's built directly into the case. And I've had no problems with the case as a phone case itself. Good drop protection, easy to get to any of the buttons on the phone. Honestly, I have no bad things to say about the case. Now, the mounting system does take a little bit of time to get used to, but once you get the hang of it, it's very confidence inspiring and feels very secure once you get the phone clicked into place. Basically, you press down that lever and you twist the phone in, and once the phone is twisted in, it locks into place. It's one of those things you have to kind of get a feel for. It's not the easiest thing to do with one hand when you first get your Quadlock. However, over time, you kind of start to just get the feel, and once you have that feel for it, it becomes easier and easier. Taking the phone off of that phone mount is even more intuitive. You just press that lever, twist it to one side or another, and you can pull the phone off in a heartbeat. Honestly, that was actually one of the most important things to me, is that when the phone is disconnected from the Quadlock, that my handlebars look just as clean as they did before. And I think the Quadlock achieves that very easily. It looks super clean, unobtrusive when the phone isn't mounted to it. As you guys can tell in most of my normal videos, I don't have my phone mounted to the handlebars. That's mostly so that you guys can see the speedometer. I can see it from my vantage point, but you guys can't from yours in the videos, so I usually don't have the phone mounted. But I also just don't always mount my phone. Sometimes I want to be disconnected. I want to just enjoy the surroundings, enjoy the beautiful views that are available to me, and just take in the moments. So I don't want to be always bombarded with, text messages and Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and all these things. So I definitely like to not always have my phone right in front of me. Most of the time I have it in front of me is for music or GPS. So those are kind of my main use cases. But the Quadlock is such a great mounting system, such a great platform. It's secure, it's clean, and I think you couldn't go wrong with it. I've even added one onto my fat tire mountain bike that I ride around my neighborhood. I bring to the beach. It's kind of a cool little beach cruiser. But I even use a Quadlock on that now so that I can mount my phone and ride around, change songs while I'm riding my bike through the neighborhood at night. So it just kind of goes to show that the Quadlock, it's a nice, versatile platform, and there's not really much else you would want out of a phone mount. And the Quadlock ticks all the boxes. It may be a little bit pricier than the alternatives, but I think it's a little better than the alternatives, frankly. So I think if you're looking for a phone mount for your motorcycle, your Can-Am Ryker, honestly, your bicycle, you can't do much better than the Quadlock phone mount. Anyway, guys, I've been Three Wheel Khalil. This has been my Can-Am Ryker. I appreciate having you guys along for the ride. Thank you. We're almost about to hit 500 subscribers, which is awesome and incredible. And I thank you guys every moment for this journey. Remember, life's more fun on three wheels. Peace.